100.3.
Yeah, no, my name. Say, NDC party card, NDC party card. And from an eye born a phobia. Ukojum, Koto Dokono, Koto Gary, a more a Biania de BID of you. Nanebo Akosropa, and Tim found so NDC. It's a NC in I am na improper room. Adiaba. Nti obia amfa ne niema na ye prior de ani kowia na ehu senia e besiesie no wo MPP ni kura otinkwa if the MPP party no a wo motiye buzi anom na chiame akotonum tiye no enye sa party no na na ekufu adodi ani mu nti it was even in the interest of MPP members say ye be pamu ekufu ado ne ba omia nyina kotena nchen no matimi anya time ahihye omo party ni ye na ama democracy no ejina nti ye nyina ayetirinkwa na ma menchia wo menchia wetiefo nyina nse nene da edikan ameba show you so
ba o ma
nene da edikan na yenua Franco nsusu nta hwe no
okay
pen analysis pa nti ya onkoso anya ne sa
okay
na media ma so for asemi minya imagine say meka bi na emom no asem ba ko pen am pese meka ho me a religious person
I know
nti say ye be kasa ma atwi sofu bi na we ne de ya na me penisa na de omne say ya sofu no bebre omo hu ade pa omo hu ade omo a ode omo ba nyina no ebi a omo hu ba ko mienu bi aka amabem se eto mu ma o musa nto mu ama o esan se o mu di kan ansan eba mu ntim ye be ka so mu hu ade na bebre na o ma so odin so hwe okay kan Bible trosem no na hwe Yona no se na Nyankopon soma no eno ye na adwen se
asodin onko
nti asodin nti nyame twen na so na nye se Yona nim se obu nyame animti ana se bibisa na ye ne se asem no anyame de asoma no no asem a ehu ebi kura okoka bibi be ye no nti na ompeso obeko sofo kusiapia wa danfu kusiapia ebra ayi election we be fiti ase nyina me kind of first prophecy on wo and
I brought him to limelight and it's true
and what can say be say sa 2024 abatuo we no Nyankopon de begu asofo bebre ani mu ase
he said it Achepa yeah it's true
once na so
what keep records
yes me monitor ne pa once na so den na nyame kasa kire wono ahụ sa abatuo we me di begu asofo bebre ani mu ase ntihwe ho yie but ebia bibi nti ahoma bi ekura mu a etwetwene kakra esi kire wo ho nti enyame asem ene onse ni ngu ase no no a wo hye nkom no ana ato no eti sometimes oni Nyankopon wa pam a esese umma honhom no ena de wo ye adwuma emma honam no a eno edo nam we kan say beji we koya kwankyere wa ha be ye we na wo kasa na ko Cape Coast ho nyina na wie yakọ say MPP be even dano a ye beto aba na nopa no me hwe ne prophecies no de opa abo
anopa no
adana ye beto aba no the day of the elections
I don't know or live on
yeah videos
okay.
That's what in the office bisa
okay
no yeah video okay can vote to MPP benya also MPP be BTNDC 1.3 million e wa Ashanti region MPP benya majority overwhelming majority of parliament dana ye beto aba na nopa no ya sorry anopa nkofo asaline na no krampo no se honam anim kra no me ma follow elections bebre ye beto aba wa santimam na MPP be we ni anadwo no ye beto aba no hu
ade na ma hu signals near there
obeko polling station na polling station bia ye ma
anadwo no before ade be kra 7 am
PM
am for salai
nkofo the bucket
omo da ho just say omo to aba no abufuom
yes Semejina.
I know. Swami.
Yes. 2016.
Swami.
Me sorry anadwo me ko che me polling agent niema.
Na one for the queue.
Na queue police station bi ayema. No say hey.
Then is he?
Na be ko so yi. And until clearly so you be a political analyst when need deep politics echi a. E ho na no hu say 2016 e be dia ma NDC. Eti me ade be chia me ato aba no. Ma now Minam Kumasi nyina police station. Yes.
So be say hu sa de na bi wa.
Minam Kumasi police station bia. We be do party office anam say agbe na ye. Obi ani ho. People are not concerned about it.
Obi ada.
Yes. Eti de obeto aba bia no. Bibi anywhere drive no or twen ade chia no pa. Okokra na line no wa. Otimi ka se me koye madwuma ba. Enti sada na no pa no a ewie mate a ya ye nia nikura ye hu se ade na nkoyie no a wo hye nkom se NPP be BTNDC 1.3 million enne NDC vote anya Ashanti region over 700,000. It's never happened in the history of Ghana before. Over 700,000 NPP da ho na 1.3 uza ba no ajemensa ebobo ye no wan fa tepa nka ho.
Yeah, I'll say my.
Yes, tepa John Mahama winning 20,000 and over against 18,000 for Baumia. And to the Tepane Bekanwa, it came 700,000. What is the difference? The difference is some hovering around 600,000. In the last elections, NPP Maye 1.1 million gap. Ashanti. It's your best ras of one. One more. Niema ni bi wo ha muntie nyame kakra asem bi wan kasa na yankopon ka kire but enam honam ni adododie nti ekoya ayefro yebenya ka yebeyese nti yenkoya akwankire ti kata akire nti no wage no wagu animu ase kwa challenging call for yesi faso bi ama azuka nso yankopon kasa kire no
azuka ohwe no
Nyakopon kasa kire azuka
ade o kan bibia ohun se nyame akasa kire
so ye na adwin se azuka de o MPP ni obi anim me nim so MPP ni
okay
2016 MPP memranti a wo mu ye nyina wo ka ho bi
okay ansan obeye sofo
MPP
okay
eti ni bibia wo ye ma MPP be monitor ne pa me re ni program ne live bibia so my catch us me religious
I know that
I follow these things eti bra wo fiti ase so wo ye adwuma ma MPP no okodru ba bi no hu sa ade na ede into osensuo be see TV so hohoro ne nsa. That was the time God was telling him say massa baby amedi o man ne kono no prophet no spiritual person can stop it. There was a contention in the spirit. I said I prepare ewo but the foothold on the victory no obi antumi mpega eti asofo na o ma so mra o mutie nyankopon asem no o mu ko mu na o mu nsa ade ni nyeye no ena o mu ye U10 o de o da hu gina ho obi a o di ya besisi yi
na o ro ni sawie de no san
o ro ni sawie ya na e wo mu ano san ba back say afa de
wasenya confirmation
ti no ebe ye ko ro ni say ni nyum amutu ka mutu
yenko
azuka nyame na me frafrani oja nyame kais
so si ho
asba Brogya Genfi kanya nye no
ho to say
na de wo ye no
yes
azuka ne ba ya ka wo ye kumfu dumfo we ye Brogya
it is okay
yo ye no
azuka ba yo na to dwuma no
Brogya de kasa
eti keti ye beda asofo ni nyina
okay
your can ye be mu de your can ya amem
right
ye da obiase.
How about people threatening their lives? I think that's not
I think that's not fair.
Yeah,
that's not fair at all. Ye nyina nim say in the heat of the moment
of course
obi be gina TV so ka say say John Mahama time we ni a or the petrol ebegu no ho ahye no. Oh yes, people said it. Obi student or say John Mahama we ni a obe defend the course.
Ayi we dey kwame interview bi oni ayi Morris Ampa NMD Jaw, Ubitima Yamame. Was this a Mowinia, Obeko exile Togo for years? Timisra Brogya. One of the Amusha Sharon
Fan. You may papa be cancer or say Nemuaka. Say we are in fine Nassel. The heat of the moment, politics. And now, woman now, moye. Intimacy, more beyond treating beyond. Sebi abane koyen. For me, it is more than independence. Odio Pako checki the 1956 elections. Kwame Nkrumah. Election no ne yede ba beje independence. Go and check. Sabi pepe na esi no. Sabi pepe. Kwame Nkrumah had 57% of the total vote. Out of 104 parliamentary seats, he won 71. Eti ade anyankopon aye no. Enema bebre wo ha enko ye o man no.
Okay.
Ana anyankopon pese John Mahama won fie 9 pe. He has 4 years either to correct the impressions Ghanaians have about him, some Ghanaians, or to confirm that impression. It is fie 9 na President Mahama won. Or the ba abe establishing ne ho ama Ghana fo hu say or your mampania na nsese ye man sorry akonya so. Ana nyankopon ama no MPs obetimi dia ye de opa bia a wontimi mbeba obi asobo. Because what you say, sir?
Yeah.
Because with 2/3 in parliament, you know, niema bebre o ho drastic changes in the country. Asaya Yera Mahama ebetimi atenetene. Enti no eye Ghana nyina aba. This is a second independence for the entire country. Because vote now aba no e see that. Akufo-Addo biti John Mahama 900 and something thousand votes. Yenuanu they call almost converted ko 1 million votes. Near the Sreno 1 million vote. Be a bit 1 million be daba. Me kai say Akufo-Addo crack say Mahama we need classmate. Onu kwa na classmate. Ko onu kwa na mampani awaba we di one term. Ene hwede Nyankopon aye. We beat Baumia 1.7 million. Keti 1.7 million. Historic. Ebinsi Ghana da. Na hwebebia Baumia nenam. If you obi a onim the political structure of Ghana, enim say NPP should not lose election with 41%. Because of the tribal dynamics. Any baby a to aba ma MPP din kunimu a. Ube say NDC when ni aba ye bre 50 point something. 50 point something. 51. And then 57. Vote no about umienya. Even NDC kura no a ye when ni aba Ghana ha ye bre ni enya bi da. NDC presidential candidate ben enya 41%. When at our lowest ebb, our lowest, that was 2000 elections. 2000 second round. Was it the second round or the first round?
Was it the first?
They got 43 point something. You check. Eti Baumia, he's the worst NPP presidential candidate, and he will remain so in history. He will remain so in history. Eti people should have listened. Papa nsema obeka na wanye. Ghana for kan ho asema na mo sign ehuru yen. Ade na yeye ade after 2 days to election MPP last rally. Baumia was still there touting MPP achievements. Say Oma yade chen aban bia o Ghana ha. First round 2000. Yenya saying enti ade na esi wo Ghana no. Ye de asida be manya no. Ye de asida kese so be ma Asanteman. Because Asanteman a kire odo. Pre-election we
when you hear people say Ghanaians are toaba, what will you say?
Well, turnout was a bit low, but Obika say ya toaba is an exaggeration. And you know correct. Check we are seeing in Abato. Nigeria check your population. I heard ni pa toaba. Nigeria to me recorded 26% voter turnout. Even in the US, check it. Asanteman Muhana said the idea na call from no. ama binu adwenya ye omusa. But the truth of the matter is that vote ni bebre NPP nya wa no mu wia. Yes, and this election yanda wo ye match omu change plan no enso ya change omu change plan no enso ya change bi ntimi na fie. We monitored them for the last 1 month to the elections. NPP ni bia we involved in the rigging ni bia obeka chiro. And 2 days to the election, no more than 500,000 ballot papers. And I still believe that some got into the boxes. Until we have a dispute, ballot papers are any original ballot papers from the polling station. Obuasi East election, some say East here declared for NDC. One of the contention, ballot papers are and free polling stations. You could 290,000 ballot papers. Kwadasu SDA.
Yeah, no, one baby, I'm mochi, Moana Mujona, Mocha, Yamini, John, no video, no. Yeah, who be a Mokoche, no. Yeah, it was only a meaning the room. Oh, ballot papers. But say, and not to be a bit.
But before the elections, I posted on my Facebook. NPP had a plan. Now, that plan, no. We don't pay attention to it until they beat us in 2016 and they beat us in 2020. Regions now to Abana 16, NPP was 17 regions. The region Bakwakan, Omunya vote, Omu estimation, they will get 1 million votes from the 17th region. 17th region will be anywhere in to Abana. Womuno Ebenya 1 million votes from there.
And then how?
And we had demarcations. No.
Tell me.
I published the document on my Facebook wall. Obi I'll call me Facebook wall. I can refer to the date for you. Now, Ashanti region kwa Oma allocate 500,000. Document in Obi I'll call me Facebook wall. Obi on the. It may be 3 days ago. That should be
now the tour.
Yes, 3 days ago. And I'm calling the 17th region plan. By once the 17th region plan fails, NPP is gone forever. Because Omashisha Adiano na Ekwen Omafas Waya Adiano. Unse ni partner say ebe di bonin our planning ye. Oma checki polling stations omubeyeno, electoral areas omubeyeno, MP Sakunya. Nationally, you imagine so we have 13 parliamentary seats. 13. And to my target is a majority of 150 constituencies. No more than 1 million votes account.
That was their plan.
That was their plan. And we see Nkofo can say NPP really send the crowd, they would have lost because our 1 million votes we count crowd Mama would have still won with about 700,000. It you were monitoring them. Omu baby omu de papers ni beko. Eti me da omu a omu nim plan na omu boayen say ye besi ade na no kwan. Because wa na information aba e was fantastic roundabout. Ye be reki ho no na eni ho. Wo mu na ba and it was just around Swami Bantama Kwadaso. So we're just roaming and finally we went and found 290,000, which meant that 210,000 baby. Either they managed to enter or because they knew that we were monitoring them no, and also share baby MP. Why do you do that? Easy so stamp no ye de bo no. So him say stamp no. E was say adana ye beto aba no. E na obi ehu stamp no. But Ashanti region stamps no egugu adakam. Say stamp na o see a rap no.
Egugu adaka
omade no sa adaka na ye de to aba no the omo de ton meat pie no transparent boxes no. Egumu bebre. And a stamp no so obi fa no the team paper so say ya. Any 5 minutes edum ya ye betima twabia man. We protect the stamp send e be ya obi ko print extra ballot papers kra na. He cannot validate it. Because every
No, if
paper
it is stamped,
has validities.
If it is stamped, new rubber box in there, and say accounting.
It was say account. Sometimes you need to check
The serial number.
The serial number. But how many polling agents?
No, you nyabreo. Na dey
I
feel no say check serial number.
Imagine say we bantima him fi we NDC agent. Now we start say we yi ballot paper free man. We yi miensa. They never ba so no wa we jai. We were able to match them for it. This is a true reflection of Eei Ghana for
was it an intel from an insider? And as someone can roadmap for this kind of thing.
Oh, say Madame Kofobe Brasi.
But I want to know. It won't say because enemies within. Because Brogya Genfi. Ebia one and as we dear intel nankasa free nkofo na ho na eba
ma menyi wa sem na no say
can secret
on say ma catch say MPP no a eye MPP a de bia ye kasa asanteman dia ye nyina ye wo yen aye sorry okumase no me papa no MPP ni
okay
MPP meetings me nana a founding member of the NPP. You're really? The member of parliament for Atwema Bosomtwe constituency 1969. Nana Kofi Genfi. He's a founding member, foundation member of NPP.
Oh.
Me offer, and only chairmen are called primaries. Homeboy.
Oh.
Me papa nua kumano.
Okay.
Eti yenim said there asanteman ekita MPP mu. But sa MPP na asanteman ekita mu no. Enye sa MPP no na Akufo-Addo de animu. And many people knew it. But the obi owa wo shem odidi mu kakra. Enti won ka. Let's be truthful to ourselves. MPP pa enti anu nie. Enye MPP nie. So we a traditional party. Now party no yeti wa santima himfie. Eno ne de beya adwuma. Adan na dru ba bia tradition you want to depart from it. Why do you want to depart from the tradition? Because open kofo abe control them. So election way, it is not just about Bahumiao. It is also a vote of no confidence in the Akufo-Addo government.
Okay.
Enti nipa bebre we communal labor obia ka ho say o se pamo aban atroni niema o mkeka bebre Ghana for bebre ehun through it say na say na mahama aban ne nye na oye we enu nti ne yesi enye na mo maba na mo ye de a chance mo san timi gina ya nim ka say still eno ye chen mahama de no na je say ye tie mu no 77 predators ye ni adwen we cannot think for ourselves etikofo bebre de abufo ni hye omumu ekoto aba on election day.
But Brogya, how about those who are analyzing the figures and saying, sir, when you look at the figures, Mahama got a little. Let's go back.
Yeah.
In the previous election, that's 2020, Mahama had 6,094,478.
6,094,000. Can you say 6.9 million?
That be 6,094,478.
Great.
And on a year figure, John Dramani Mahama Nyano 2020 elections.
Yes.
And the tono just ended the year, 6,328,397.
Can I say
10.
9 constituencies.
MI. I had the rabbit count.
Me figure me what has CCR.
What the 9 in our account? What
the I'm reporting 883 polling stations out of 40,976, which is Akabe's 1,000 and something polling stations. Mahama ewo 6,462,000.
Okay.
100.
These are your figures and that of your party. But me use what the commission declared.
Yes. But
okay, 9
the 9 become go up.
But let's deal with this one. Yes. What people are saying is when you look at these figures currently as it stands right now, it shows say Anka Mahama is still working within the figure no I say previously Unyaye no ubetana kakredi. And the situation whereby Akufo-Addo had 6,651,028 and Unyano in 2020 no. Enti anka Baumia benya 4 million no. People were expecting say 2 million be a dawa omudi ebeka say e omo party for anaza Ghana for omutoma omun 2024 no 2020 no banka ya bufuo bibi nti na am wanto so anka that number no that 2 million or 1 point something no significantly ebe suwe nti gebia Mahama hiti bia 7 million. That is where we bet me say, whoa, this one is huge. But here you are, we figure no. I say it runs around the same region. I say one and intiadeno and said who be as an emum a young cofona and a man for fu omo and a man about the abbey. But Modia de Kitamo and Kitamo, but Kakara count.
What's a okay? Me ya know 3 different angles.
Okay.
Time
no problem.
The kind say about to be anywhere will be 1 vote now. Every election is a new election. There are people who might have voted in the last election. Sebi omo wuko omo nkaho. It is a vote Flagstaff House now who can say me nana ya donkwa ono otuma 2020 ye kosie no 2022 no ni vote no be ka ho. No just one kasa no. Sebi bibi kakra how. Until every election is new. There are new voters. This particular election, new voters Ebekan was more than 1.5 million. New voters, among to abani bida. Until you cannot say, Omono will be voter unya no 2020 no moka ho. Until consider every election as a fresh beginning. The etosumienu 6.3 million no Mosi J Mensa de declare.
Yeah.
Enye vote ketwa o. Enye vote ketwa. Mo pa mo nka se o mo eto abama NDC nyina no. Emra Ashanti region na ehwe se nipa no be ko ha.
They had 3 million grand.
86.3 million no. Enye vote ketwa. Don't underrate it.
As Ashanti region me no.
Yes. Nti enye vote ketwa kra. A super huge. The tosu nyensa. Baomiano onye Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
Eti
different candidates.
Say Akufo-Addo ye to abama no onya vote a because Akufo-Addo na be so Baomian senti no sa vote ni nyina automatically will go to him. How? And yes atamel say ba no so. Rollins enya 56%. Meboa. Eti Sekufo entmanya 56%. Na Atamils benya 43%. Na Sekufo anya hwe Rollins nkofo no mo bufu yi no man koto am Atamils. You don't do that analysis in politics. Eti maya nyesa argument no cry in the first place. The tosu bio over 2016 vote to our NPP for nyaye any margin omo de win here. For compare 2020. What was the margin?
That's what you.
Pastor Akufo-Addo still. Say Ghana 4 penance and we president.
But that
maybe now will be our winning yeah. The next election is Swati. Any will be our winning and the next election Akosro.
No, but that has been the tragedy. Apart from Kufo who changed that dynamic, remember? In 2004, Obia Okon the second time be vote. That has been the norm. When you check,
okay, apart from let me give you another signal. Another signal. Obia wa winning election be on the second term or winning parliamentary decisively.
Okay, that one is also true.
It's also true.
That one is also true.
And then the two Akufo-Addo.
A split.
When you are doing this analysis, you must consider all of it. Sometimes it says statistics. Yeah, the numbers go. Utimi fa interpreting no said the ebe favor in your way. What I say? Enti yebe hu say CD no is not performing. But Baumia betimi afasa figure na catch say the rate of depreciation is better than na ya what say why there. to say a statistic, people pick numbers and interpret it to favor their thinking. Mahama has won decisively. It has never happened in the history of Ghana before. No president has achieved this.
Yeah.
A gap of 1.7 million against the main opponent, a sitting incumbent government. As a parliament, 2 tests, more than 2 tests. And se si ano seat no aka ni nyina no ye beji ni nyina aka ho ye beji ni nyina aka ho ye jeka ho a we are looking almost 190 seats because Ashanti region enne ye ko electoral commission ye ko kan mankranso ne tepasem e beba be kan Ashanti region ho ye benya 10 seats to Ashanti. That alone moves us to 188 or so. Matisse Damango has been declared for NPP.
Yeah, and
that's off. It's yeje omo say vote na minority leader akunya so a e ya bayisem etia huhu sem no. Wan hwe ya akunya no kra wonya ntena so. Because this is not even a minority.
Minority.
It's a minority.
Minority.
Oh, a minority.
Why is it not minority?
You can't even have one.
It doesn't matter. That's minority. Define minority for me.
Because Adia Mure finish say.
Define minority.
Adia Mure finish say. Yet 180 something ni free one. Independent 440. Omo they can't be before they no omo be before.
They are minority.
Because independent, you know. A+ no NPP ni oni mo nya asem menim say mo de be kwa himfia ko kan dia mo asem
no he won't join them.
Wulensi ye NDC parliamentary aspirant and olusu with a few votes or say and we call independent or win
you can come back the possibility
papa ya wa agugui mo ko close to the radio station mo tete papa ne sa menim
possibility on he may join
so ba be come ho dia
he may join MPP. Looking at baby of free region, he may join MPP. And no doubt, A+ will join NDC, Willensi will join NDC. Bra.
Because MPP strength, I'm a deputy speaker. No,
about voting here, the 2 tests can do anything. Apart from
Muhammad Nyakopon one man a decisive victory. As a man, an emphatic parliamentary victory.
I love the word you used earlier on, sir, so that he can do whatever he wants.
He can do whatever he
wants.
And
at the end of the day, he can't blame anybody.
That is the point. That's the point. That's the point.
And he make car to her.
It's Ghana for Menka if because Mahama is going to deliver. No, he's going to deliver. Be positive about it. No.
That's what the conditional statement is.
My name make it conditional statement. Because Mahama will deliver.
That's what we want.
Okay.
Mahama will deliver.
Thank you, Brogya.
And what statistics will deliver swa.
Yes.
And analysis. Yes. Because say baby I didn't do no. You better to conform pa. I say sika bi shewa. Ma obi ameka say witch hunting and you know when you say bia because Ghanaians want Mahama to deliver obi a wa fa sika bia no ye man famra
by the a court of competent jurisdiction wa ka say ma me na FBB
there say kra there ya law no MPP for na kra na abaye and no system akofa plea bargain na ba say ye do court ni edi wasem na ahwe na say sika ni bi o na de beba yetimi trans na age o man ni sika no
yeah.
And I'm a of course. We're not near court of competent jurisdiction because court no crab mam attorney general and the crime say ni omunko na munko cancer asem.
Well willing to the
Sikani beba. Sikano na Ghana for you.
Yeah, Sikani say what for scan now
the beba.
Then we are the academy.
The academy. Actually, we are no passport be ma person kwa obeko. Sisi e binu start o mudani.
Jani.
Paula do much oko.
Hey, it will new guys to coin.
Okay, Obi a Christmas and I will to Christmas tree. Bro, nya beba we to kwa ko eden.
Hey, sembe.
Airport, you have Christmas tree in Sisi.
Oh, that's say other workers.
Say corporate.
Last year, the last 2 years now, auto Christmas tree no. Not London auto Christmas tree.
One
ko baby a wo ha ono an etina mu e na okoto to Christmas tree.
And
the bro nya beba okoto bro nya dua wanya ne ko. One a very good evening, Ghana.
Ah, now we are going Metro TV Obiana. Jama management. Jama management integrity.
It's mess Ghana for say. Ya two abana John Mahama. Ye man time na onye. Adie ba kunso ameda Ghana for ase pa mo de aboa Ghana economy no. Once them kofo bebre business people bebre they were holding up. Meaning kofo bebre omo ko China ko fanema. In the last 3 months omo ko because they don't know how the city is going to behave. Investors bebre omo hwe say the election ebeko. It is a change we no. Adie de aboa Ghana and say at the confidence about economy no. Say okay. Omo ni hobio. Ofori ataya yesi yi na free hon so ono chese yi ni free okra post e san de man no so chen de na kita no.
Now what is the dollar number 14 there?
You say back for more.
Mate. So confidence in the economy is coming back.
So they will tell you say we left the dollar at this rate.
Which rate?
Omo hand you over mawa.
On the 6th of January,
They will tell us.
They will tell you.
Say by the 6th of January, not dollar by 11, and they will tell you
Yes.
we handed over to you when the dollar to
Say that be
Now if they tell us say obi ankan anuntum.
Oh yes, that's it. Oh yes,
Say that be amo catch us 4.2 in 2016.
At this point.
4.2 in 2016.
Unim so say
it was true.
Unim so say ya to abawie in 2016. Na dollar no e wo 3.8 na ndru 4.2.
Oh, okay.
So we were always insisting say we left the dollar at 3.8. But because by the time the handing over occurred, no, now rise there 4.2.
So that's it.
Yes.
That's
official
how
figure.
they say.
So on the
Yeah.
7th of January,
But whatever it is, I am saying that.
Bro, you accept that one.
No, I don't even have to accept it. I don't even have to accept it. What will happen is by the time they are handing over, they will mention those figures.
Of course.
But I'm saying that you cannot take away from the people of Ghana. Say, change way no. Almost some fresh air. Economy no.
I understand.
Obia na nko oko China, oko Turkey, oko Dubai we jai no. By this time, we prepare so omoko.
I understand you perfectly.
So
but
you cannot take that away from Ghanaians.
But they will still be under the watch of Akufo-Addo.
Na Akufo-Addo no here o nipa will check it out that.
Nipa be free office on the 7th. He's still the president.
Murefi say, omo ekoto aba eyi ba omiana media fo ko bisa na sem na no ka kire omo say ono de woko na omo hwe de oba. Yes, he checked out long time ago. And now who nipa na ne conduct as a bibi an shedan fa no. But check it out long time ago.
Amani.
No kra na meka. No kra na meka. We nye azuka ne kusapiase no. We no kra trodo na meka nyankopon kasa nche me amadwene enam de ka no kre o.
Brogya ma me say wasemi. Na munum say mo ba we ne. Are you surprised with the 56 close to 57% amonya no? Are you surprised?
We are not surprised. What we are surprised about the parliamentary.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because our internal polls was telling us 55 point something. Yes. Our internal polls was telling us 55 point something. And I have family members, friends who are on the other side. Time be Aisha. Almost now more confidence in free here. Papa Ndes and the whole KSTU.
Smash up.
On the NPP for the one to so.
Ono so is it?
Say no waka or onhwase anameboa.
Prof Smart Sapon.
Because the last elections he got
was superimposed there no more terms be. And I chess out there no crying said that yes say na more confidence and I catch them say we know that we are going to get more than 55% of the votes. And we have been pulling consistently for a year. And we saw that it had reduced from 59. Say to Abana last year, I can't be they say come out national conference a good party no. No, I'm telling you, as a matter of fact.
Really?
NPP would have gotten like 35%. They would have gotten like 35%.
Are you surprised about what he's saying? A staunch, big personality of the NPP that we interviewed here was in my office. Hey, I know we were there. Why is okay? Say, I mean, it was not good.
Yeah, to Abana last year, they
it was not good. On the crowd one cut last year because even beginning this year.
Yeah.
It was
so
around
as
that figure,
we entered this year, then we saw that they were having some gains. They were having some gains. But I got to a point, it was consistent, 56, 55, 54. So we knew that average of
around
55
that, yeah,
is going to be possible. But parliamentary there, Even in Ashanti, we're expecting like 5 to 7.
And I'm consistent about it.
Yes,
5 to 7.
Like 5 to 7. But then they are 10, and they are G2, they can want 10. So we underestimated the anger in the people of Ghana.
Okay.
Yes.
But we posters Global Info, people were tagging themselves only true NDC. I said they don't see objectivity from them.
Well, you see, the reason why I didn't have problem with Prof. Smart, and I argue with a lot of our colleagues in the NDC. Edu baby kwa nebi mu free say, oh, ye Kumasi ni, oh, ye Kumasi. Yes, Prof. Smart is NPP. Meaning so NPP. Wako contest NPP parliamentary. Ewo Amenfi East. Wenya. Even this election, Krano Peswoko or testing what is anye wanko, because we work across the country, so we monitor and we know. So he has biases. What did I mention? He has biases, but the foundation of his work is there before his bias would come in.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes, the foundation of his work is there.
So don't rubbish any people.
And yes, what to them na wachotro. Oni ni pakasa.
Okay.
It be oni ni pakasa and or share the outlook now. Or your analysis ni say ya, it may boost the confidence and the morale of the party people.
Of course.
It is all here. Prof. Smart or yeah, we say ya. Obeka Chro says, say who pay details now. Send in the email.
Yeah, come to him.
Because when you get the details and you also want to predict from the data, you may get a different prediction.
Okay.
It's the fact that Oye MPP Nini Nchese
Or Kabibia
just rubbish it. I always tell our people, say, let us look at this data. Let us analyze it region by region. Compare it with what we have. When we see that, for example, his prediction about Greater Accra was in line with our prediction.
Spot on.
Yeah, so you can't throw his Greater Accra prediction away.
Okay.
But his prediction about Ashanti was totally out of gear. Why? Because he decided to boost the turnout. And once he boosts the turnout, it will favor NPP. It will boost to turnout. Now, NDC look useless in Ashanti, 22%. And that would have been our worst performance in Ashanti.
Yes.
It's never happened before. Even in the last election, when things were not as worse as it was in this election, NDC had close to 27%.
26.82 or something.
So how do you predict that NDC will get 22? It is because of the way opese or chese Ashanti nyina be pia beto aba no. Na ama a distorted the data no.
Oh, okay.
Enti, I don't know Global Analytics, Musa Danko, I'm in committee or baby.
Global Info.
In Global Info, meaning in committee, I have never seen him on any NDC, what do you call it? BBR. But I cannot say or MPP or NDC. But so, or the idea bar, have a look at it. Look at the details. He predicted Asenov. Once Asenov, not a consistent in prediction or day by day, weekly by weekly. Yes, we were working with this data.
Really?
Yes, we were working with this data.
Musa.
Yes, or publishing data, maybe we look at it and see or see Croway saying na one more can. It is saying one more can there. Yanko Kruno, so let us engage the people.
Change the narrative.
Yes.
Yes, say, yes. Or let's Yanko.
Atia Amwano was in the last pool. Any prediction. Once in the last pool, no, or predicted say 40 point something, but NPP had a point or so ahead. Why did it happen so? He picked his data from NPP stronghold at the time Akufo-Addo had come there for their last rally.
Okay.
So when you send people to a community,
yes.
NPP area or last rally,
MPP.
The likelihood that the people you will be speaking to are people who attended the rally.
Of course.
I get you.
So it will deceive you.
I get you. Now, if you look at this election here, Nipa Bakwana Kwame Sense was the running mate. Jane. That's an amount for issues with Anna Jane Kraba Shantrine and Tinenka as a mobile or more.
But we were told that they had the strategy.
Let me tell you something. I'm not going to talk about strategy, but Prof. Jane and Rasotie President Mahama in his speech now, he made a profound statement. That was his first statement. He said that Prof. Jane brought something to the ticket.
Okay.
Something that is unspoken. But it is valuable.
Yes.
Her character, her achievement, her standing in the society. But say obi de Mokwame Nkrumah ne ba o take it to a brɛ negative anameboa
Ode kasa.
Oh yes, of course.
We are having a
because
discussion.
and your backlash.
Yes.
So
So if you have a running mate, I am fan say ompie nko campaign otifie.
Na enyima
obi negative
na obi anya ne ho asem nka.
Enka ebe say wo campaign.
If you have
are you saying that person brings nothing to the table?
Yes.
That argument that I think that most Ghanaians are
because a woman of her standing obi away the first vice chancellor of a public university
UCC
in Ghana and even I think West Africa.
Yes.
That standing na odeban. Yen ko jina bonten yet ne campaign obi nka say me to abama because of it. But because it is unspoken, people may look at that and vote for you.
Yes.
So don't assess campaign by people just going around. Say you start a campaign now, we have our strategy. People were saying, say, John Mahama, Edu baby come to me questions, say John Mahama or way, you baby or we campaign or my Ashanti region. Oh, you say, we had our strategy. We knew what we were doing, and we knew that he would crown his campaign in Ashanti. And once he crowns his campaign in Ashanti, it will be massive because the groundwork and everything had been done. He just has to mobilize our people to come and vote. Edu ya na obaye no dana John Mahama esi ha na de eche pepepe e na meti say ba omi ase wo san ba mewa
no
kuma reference yi agogo ni dwa
wa be di 2 weeks wa ha say wanwie ase be na mo kan
onya emergency ko e
there be emergency
o sheda
na ye na ese edu nkati aba Asante Mantam mu ha edi kan ba ha first 3 days ye koi ye san by 5 days ye koi and ye san by 2 days so kan bo mo ye san ye wa benya 15 days what ha won ko ba bia 15 days na 15 days kwa we twempna wa Asante Mantam a e ba ntimi mem
na so so be so be an strategy o mo strategy on so
o koba obi so koba na so yi
o koba John Mahama na owura ha ni huhu no so osan ba enti yes we did what we have to do. For me the bottom line is that we have won decisively Ghana for at the Abana John Mahama. Omama no the comfortable majority crowd. Omama no majority and then you twa parliament a. E wo se nkonya no ye painty green, blue. Se na be hu TV so a no the minority for no.
And so ba mu da ben na parliament etimi ka say yesi painty bi green painty bi blue.
Na se de ye do so no. Emu nchemi no. E be call round say sa akodi ahanum. Some say parliament almost tenase around say and I only some say sitting arrangement no but ye enko ha it you say ye tra be wura baby almost almost tena no this is the 16th speaker after parliament ombeko ana omunko
I said the old parliament now I'm sure they are
no there's no old parliament there's a current parliament new parliament
I'm sorry the current parliament
they have to go and work
thank you
they have to go and work
they have to I'm just asking some ombeko
okay let's wait and see. Because so to Kasa wonko.
Now to Kasa wonko.
Why is that possible? Why we say you wonko?
Na say that na wonko. I will say now speaker Efreya ye call even Supreme Court ama judgment. Omo metna se ne say speaker de be adwuma na on fa nya adwuma. Omo ama. Na ne ya omo ma hu se bi mo so omo nya 92 ni we omo 92
aye o de o
come back 92
me da see ye betwa ni ahwe
me ba nya bote me don't rush
na the elements mo
listeners and no more time for you so don't rush
na so ye producer and the way you producer
I have bare 12 minutes
NPP omo timi collate omo results
yeah they did
omo de ababon omo nya
omo fa mabonte
parliament omo nya say
that's why
say they are still contesting.
That's why press conference for maintain so parliament do a omanya.
But you know why we so collect on results upon which grounds about me be consider.
Yes, I get you.
There was a result.
Now 2016 upon which grounds now John Mahama be considered.
Upon which grounds?
Yes. Only said 2016 John Mahama considered before Charlotte Osei announced the
No,
I'm asking you.
Yes, but 2020
no, hold on. Because he gave an example. Say on which grounds
and on the
consider. And I mimi bisa say on which grounds.
Of course, that means when your results, no?
Yes.
But I'm coming. So I intentionally asked you that question. I didn't mean that NPP did not collate their results. I intentionally asked you.
Yes.
So you are telling me, say Science some no NPP for can say 2016 NDC for NTV and collect a resource.
But some be debunking.
I'm coming. So
you debunked it.
So because they used it. And that's who I maybe say a question. Be said through you to the NPP.
I understand you.
I'm telling you, say, why in our election well lose what? Or they media for according to coalition. But they always said that NDC and collect a resource. NDC. I'm conform some
because
you are too about coalition. You are too about 7th December.
Yes.
And then 10th, me one. NPP to me can't share the number of parliamentary seats they have won.
Okay.
Is it not a serious issue?
It's serious.
It's a serious issue.
My usual way say now there's this 120-day social contract that you have signed with the good people of Ghana. I mean, there are some, and they're just formality. Nominate within first 14 days, complete list of cabinet, constitute the leanest and most efficient government, establish a robust code of conduct, hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy. That is going to happen in the first 120 days. And then within first 90 days in office, scrap the following taxes. That's the E-levy, COVID levy, 10% levy on bed winning and emission levy. Within first 90 days in office, review taxes, levies on vehicles, and is also there. Commence drafting needed legal amendment and prepare for implementing the 24-hour economy. Here, I have a question to ask. So, is it going to be that in the first 90 days, or probably you can educate me here, is the 24-hour economy going to be implemented within the first 90 days, or it is going to be about a draft?
If you read it, you see what we want to do.
Okay. Commence drafting needed legal amendment and prepare for implementing.
So you see.
So it's about preparation.
The preparatory.
Okay. Okay. Establish an accelerated export development council. Convey a national consultative conference on education to build consensus. Implement the no academic fee policy for all first years. That is also there. So that means in first 90 days of first 120 days, you are going to implement that policy. No fee policy for first years. That one is also going to happen. Introduce the following social interventions: free tertiary education for persons with disability, the Ghana Medical Care Trust, that is Mahama Cares Fund, and then commence the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. Institute inquiries and or forensic audits into the following matters of public interest: the collapse of indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at the supposed cost of 25 billion, and then illegal printing of money, the 58 million national cathedral scandal, illegal and inflated single source contract, COVID-19 expenditure. It goes on and on and on. When you go into all of that near there, I mean, people are saying, say, are all these are all these doable? Because you know more about this than me. Are all these doable?
Okay, first of all, question also BBC and want to say, why in a year document?
Yeah, NDC. Yeah.
It's part of our manifesto.
Of course.
Because Yankwane Party, your manifesto, your structure, at the timeline set on. Because we needed to give Ghanaians the confidence to say, you can hold us accountable to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, can say we'll implement free academic user fee. Vague. And here came a drew last year of John Mahama, no diaba. For you to be able to hold us accountable, send our starting into timelines on each of them. Until we will deliver. I am expecting that the first sitting of Parliament, which will be the midnight of 7th January, by the time I ever swear John Mahama in Parliament, you will see the bill on the repeal of the betting tax. You will see the repeal of the COVID-19 that. Yes, because these are 2 tests. You have 2 tests. Now, if you know, be a minority leader.
I oppose.
You oppose to be anyhow.
The parliament, yeah, trouble because
some of them say Supreme Court are ruling. I interpreted the constitution say you just need half of parliament present to take decisions. And that is one by the introduction of SAL. It makes it 138. Eti epekura na ye MPs no yan stretch on pie betima ka say omo emu osrem no ombe bread do mo ma ya ye wasi he ya ye be ko na akoye once I benya half of the parliament. So and these are the things that convince Ghanaians to say yen koye split parliament na ye see ye be yi betting tax e free wa no obi aba say there be challenge ni e bia ye ma John Mahama MPs obetimi aye adwuma. So once Ghanaians have done their part of the bargain, no, NDC has no excuse. But mesremu, Keti, mesremu. Adie ya woken kan ye. Ni nyina na yesi ebe yo. Yankasi ebe yi bia free mu. It is a true baby. Ni yesi nkofo bi akọ print sika, ebi akodi obi onfamra. Ma omu mehu mu anajo meka se mo ma radio so meye dede which hand ni nyina aka ho bi
membera kasa de no one
yes me I don't support to say obi nya bibia na wo tete no na wo hunu na no da bi ba se nipa na ye bibia oman ni sika akodi no wa
mo ne ni
e wo se aban ni
emra ni
fantastic.
Thank you, I love it, Kwame. Emra
ni
ba bia emra won yan chira adwen
eti eya me de se wo kan no ukodru baby a ora no wo no operation recover all loot no and no so can bosha ye share Ghana for no.
Of course.
And you realize that we were very consistent with it. Why? Because our surveys were telling us Ghanaians are very angry about the abuse of office and kofua omo FIFA nkofua National Cathedral. O your maya a car would de untimi ntua o ko bobisia ye ma obi na wanya $58 million o se me di kotu amna eti bra ye ka se National Cathedral e be hwehwe mu no na bi no free say because a religious matter asofu bi no kra bata ho enu nti no omo hyenhye nkomo a Nyankopon kra yi foforo na akere omo so no omo ka
Brogya
na se Ghana for no empire. We saw it from our polling. Said Ghanaians were very angry with the Kwayanko for Adeni, but you are not taking measures to reduce the cost of governance. Let us introduce ORA and I catch a fire. Mempe NDC. So you cannot come into government and say, oh, nipa baako. Inti no so bi awia bibia wo de enya hwe ye ma ne fanko da bi ye be kan ho asem inti sa 90 days 100 120 days adwuma nyina no ye be. And if you want to trust John Mahama for it, Mr. Obia said the euphoria yesterday was too high into obi or head John Mahama na anigye no doso ebi kura wo hwe kura wontie obonyom hwehwe chiniye no na ehwa na eye Mestre yensan koni enkotie John Mahama bio o kan se Akufo-Addo afre na congratulate no sasa o kan obi atiamu minim so obi a o Ghana bia ne fie o tiamu one GD say Akufo-Addo be fre John Mahama obi a no wa kan si su pi say won handi over mfa ma John Mahama o be fre na congratulate no President Akasa was a campaign when Azuka we asked him
later part of the he will handle.
Yeah, he said it.
The person make can decision say John Mahama can say Akufo-Addo afrena congratulating. Na ono akachre Akufo-Addo say o pese wukuada eye ochina nyame ya adomo transition is starting. So it should tell you that John Mahama already has his transition team in place. What can say within the first 2 weeks, 14 days, he will constitute his core government.
Cabinet minister.
Cabinet. Into when ye tia humache ye liki list ye say ye biawo or when bibia was starting obe move. Eti John Mahama is ready to deliver. Ghanaians will never regret the vote they have voted for John Mahama. Nyankopon so nim say, all right, Ghana needed a president or just a 4-year mandate. Enya afena obeye say me be vote to me dada obi ni ayi obeye adwuma no decisively.
Yes, mo nko for kwa money ni benya problem.
Na mesra santiman say said your matter NDC achi no. Ebre bi kura o man tie achi say no. Ye nya santiman ama.
Mate Brogya.
Enti ye nana otumfo santihene ni project a wa start
Konfo anoche.
Enu kura enti ama me question 1.3 million vote no. Ya to aba ma ban NPP wa Ashanti region ha na konfo anoche bubu agua otumfo no otutu ne ntoma pachaw sren konfo se emfasi camera na ye wo president ye wo ministers no omotete ho.
Okay.
NDC ye ni asanteman hwamo
mate
heal the konfo anoche project no ye be som
mate
na ya boa aye ni yie.
Brogya me that say Amani Nyami Enshao, Deputy Director in charge of Special Duties.
I love it.
No.